Hello. Thank you for tuning in. So I was going through my YouTube comments this week, and I had a comment from one of the followers that asked a question about the workpiece that's not shaped as a square. So for instance, a workpiece that's shaped like a circle. And how exactly do we align that? So this is the comment here. The comment was around this the video that I had put that said super quick way to combine shapes with an easel. And the question was, my issue is that I already have a round material that I want to engrave, but easel only shows this square or rectangle preset for material. How can I change the outline? I wanted to shoot a quick video just kind of around this. So I know I get a lot of comments, so when I see stuff that I feel like I can just do a video, I might as well put something together. So, to answer that question is you don't have another option in easel. Their only option is, a four-sided shape, right? So, just to give some suggestions around, someone that's using something that's round, I'll show you what I do, right? So I'll go back here. Again, four corners. Obviously, if we change the shape, if we made it 12 by 12, then it would be a square, right? And if we made the shape 18 by 12, then we have a rectangle, right? So, for those of you that are working with an object that's a circle, first thing I would do is I would go up to the shape tool and select a circle. So let's say your material you're working with is 15 inches, 15-inch circle. So the first thing we're going to do while the shape is selected is we're going to change the shape to 15 by 15, right? Now obviously the work area is smaller, so we're going to have to change that, right? So I'm going to make that 16 by 16. All right, so now we have the shape here. So another thing is that, this is our shape, and it's set right now to carve from a starting point of 0 on the X and 0 on the Y. But something that Easel had added is this option here underneath your choose X, Y, 0 is center. Okay, so my earlier videos, that did not exist. All right, so you see some videos on my channel where I show you how to zero to the center of a workpiece when they didn't have this option, right? So this option's there now, which is great. So you can see it moves 0 and 0 to the middle. So that means instead of having to offset this guy to carve from the middle, obviously most people that are carving circle shapes usually need to start from the middle because you can't clamp that, you can clamp the edge of the circle, but for me personally, when I'm doing a circle, I will do, designs closer to the edge. So I don't want to zero from the starting point. I want to start from the center of the piece. So while it's selected, we're going to go ahead and hit edit, click center to the material. So now we know that this circle is dead square in the center, right? Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select the shape, and I want to go to cut. And I want to change it from clear out pocket to cut outside of the path. All right, if you do cut on the outside of the path, that means your actual circle will be 15 inches, because that's what we had selected. If you do cut on inside of the path, your circle is not going to be 15 inches. It's going to be smaller depending on the size bit you have, right? So do cut on outside of path. Now we know our circle is in a position where the X and Y 0 is right in the middle of your workpiece. So if we were going to then, I don't know exactly what you're trying to carve, Easel, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but let's just say it was a text, right? So carving here, right? So we're carving here, I want to center that too. So boom, right? Now we've got this set up that if we started from the middle, it's going to come out and carve this. But you know, let's say you got shapes that you're putting around the edges and all that good stuff. You know, my suggestion would be use this circle as your aligning area. As long as this circle is lined up to where XY0 is right square in the middle of it, you know, you can take your shapes and put them all over within this circle, right? So you're going to assume that when you're clamping your piece down, however you're doing it, if you know you're going to be clamping in 1/4 inch, then what you could also do is we'll take another circle as a reference, and we'll say we know our clamps are going to go in 1/2 inch, so maybe we want to make this circle 14 inches. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to center that. All right. Same thing, change the cut on outside of path. Now you know that the in-between spot of these two circles is where your clamps are going to be, so you know you have clearance when you're carving. And then you're going to lay all your artwork within this inner circle, right? So this way you know you're never going to have a clamp that's in the way. Now once you got all your artwork in there, you know, you could essentially just remove these two circles. Boom, boom. Go ahead and save your G code. And then, you know, obviously you got to get your circle in person and find the center of that, right? So measure side to side, make your marks, find your centerpiece, clamp her down, set your XY0 on your machine, right to where you made your mark on the circle, and then you will be able to carve with no issues. All right. Hopefully that helped answer your question, but unfortunately Easel does not have the option to change the actual workspace to the shape of what you're using. So best suggestion is to make your shape, lay it on here where it fits, get it to where your 0 point's going to be right where you need it to be, and then use that as your reference when you're laying out your artwork. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate the comment one day ago. So thank you very much. Hopefully that answers your question. You all have a great day. Any other questions? Leave them on any video. I like to read everything. Take it easy.